I had an interesting conversation with a liberal about Jesus Christ. Now, this video is going to take a little bit of understanding, and hopefully I can articulate this for you to understand properly. But we had this conversation. I'm not going to mention the person's name. We had this conversation about Jesus, and it was a very interesting conversation. And this leads me into another conversation I had with a white nationalist. And what we're going to find out in this video is that the liberal and the white nationalist have something in common. So the reason why we were speaking about Jesus Christ, I brought up the conversation of Islam and how Islam's coming into the West, and they're using our liberals to spearhead their Islamic campaign, their Islamic takeover. That's my point of view. I don't even think it's a point of view anymore. I think we can see what's happening, especially in the likes of England. Whether you agree with it or not, it's happening. So my point of view is that that's happening. This alien religion to us from the Middle East is coming in here. And the liberal said to me, well, Catholicism and Christianity in general is a foreign religion from the Middle East. And I looked at the liberal and I said, I agree with you, it is. And I said, so you would be a proponent of paganism? He says, well, if you really want to get back to your Irish roots, paganism is the way to go. Okay, that's fine. If you want to be a pagan, that's fine. I would agree with him to a certain point on that paganism is an Irish thing, like it's a European thing. However, the one true belief system of Jesus Christ is trialed and tested. When implemented properly, your life gets better. You see, he said within Christianity and Catholicism in general, people don't fear the people of Christianity. We love the God and he loves us, the one true God, the only God, Jesus Christ. And within that, our life gets better. We don't listen to men, we don't listen to priests. We might go to mass, you might listen to a vicar or whatnot, but their men and women are corrupted. But if you go by the book and what Jesus says, your life will get better. Like my life has got better when reading the Bible and implementing things into my life. The liberal was okay with that. He says, well, that's good. I'm glad that works for you. But within Islam, I said they don't fear the God. They fear the people of Islam, and they fear being ostracized, and they fear whistleblowing. That's why as a Catholic, I can whistleblow within things within the Catholic Church or Christianity and say, I disagree with this within Christianity and I don't fear for my life. But within Islam, they can't do that because they will literally fear for their life. And that's a handy tool for the governments to use. Hence why I think that's one of the reasons the governments are promoting Islam in the West, because it's going to be a political tool to make people conform. The liberal disagreed with me on that point, because now they're saying I'm in the realms of authoritarianism and that I shouldn't be targeting religious freedom. I said, well, there's a fine line between religious freedom and an ideology that's literally set up to control people. To which he said, well, Christianity is the same. And I argued the point that it's not. Within Christianity, especially in the modern sense, it breeds freedom of thought. Now, it's really interesting I had that conversation, because about a week prior to that, I spoke to a guy who is a white nationalist. I won't say his name. He's not online, but this guy is a white nationalist. And he said to me, I don't like you because you're a Catholic or Christian. He says, I don't care what form of Christianity it is. I don't like you because that is a foreign religion. And this is the island of Era, and we must be pagan. And then after the two conversations I had, and it was very similar, the two conversations, except the white nationalist guy, he was a bit more aggressive. Harmless, but aggressive. I really thought about this the other day, and I thought to myself, those two people have the same ideology, just for different reasons. It's the same mindset, but for different reasons. The far leftist and the white nationalist really were the same type of people. They were both victims in their own right. And then recently I was skipping through YouTube, and I came across videos of black nationalists that also hold this same view, that they believe that this foreign religion, which is Christianity, has done a lot of harm. But there, you see, when really processing this, I came to this conclusion that in all fronts, Christianity is being targeted, whether it be via Islam, Judaism, or any other sect or way of thinking. They're always attacking Christianity. Why isn't there jokes made about Islam? Why isn't there jokes made about Hinduism and everything in between? Even when it comes to Scientology, there's been a few jokes about it, but not a hell of a lot. But Christianity on a daily basis is targeted, and really got me thinking. In life, if you want to know what the truth is, look to see who is being, or what is being persecuted the most, what is being made a mockery of the most. You see, Ireland in the West has had its opportunities to discard Christianity and Catholicism, but they haven't, because they understand that a society that is Christian breeds freedom of thought, freedom of expression, and in some degree, it thrives under a liberal democracy. But it's being actively attacked by the people that benefited from it. And that's something I can't get my head around. Well, I can get my head around it because I understand now that what we're dealing with here is extreme demonic activity, not just from the left, but also the extreme right. Both of these people, and everything in between, as I say about the black nationalists. So interesting times we live in, folks. Very interesting times that we live in. I'm proud to be a Catholic. I'm proud to be a believer in Jesus Christ, the one true belief system of Jesus Christ. I can acknowledge that it is a religion from the Middle East. But as a person who wouldn't look at others and judge them because of the colour of their skin or whatnot, it doesn't make a difference. For me, I respect the borders of each land, but I also understand the truth. And the truth is that Jesus Christ is God. Jesus Christ died for our sins on the cross when he didn't have to. He done that for us. And through that, we have forgiveness, and we have a pathway to forgiveness. And that's a very powerful thing. And that's why it's being attacked, because we live in a society today where nobody wants to forgive. Everybody's looking for revenge. And that is the truest form of evil. And that's the devil winning, in my opinion. I don't really talk about this too often in regards to religious stuff, but that's my thinking around it. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section.